In 2016, I decided to move my woodworking business in hopes of growing it into something bigger. Now, only a few years later, people all over the Nashville area are inviting me into their homes to help create unique, one-of-a-kind pieces and make their dreams a reality. So follow along as I take you behind the scenes and show you what it takes to create these custom built-ins. It's Monday, and I'm pretty excited because I have not actually started a project on a Monday in a while. Last week we got our latest project finished up, which was great, but the ice storm that came through and covered up Texas and West Virginia, along with Oklahoma and a little bit of Tennessee, it was kind of nuts. But during that time, I got a little bit of work done, and my other carpenter was able to work in his own shop and get a lot of the boxes and stuff pre-built for this project. While I was finishing up my latest project, we also started the Walnut desktop pieces and the TV entertainment console for this particular project. So at this point, we're actually partway through the processing. This project has me excited. It is a smaller kind of office, but it's extremely unique. Lots of bold colors. I'm actually getting to work with Walnut for this one, which is a wood that I have a love-hate relationship with. It tends to dry and split and check really easily, so even the really high-end premium stuff that's very expensive still has like cracks and checks and knots in really odd places. So it takes a lot of like back filler and a lot of extra work that can be a pain, but you can also charge the client for that. So I'm happy to do that. This desk is going to have a center area to sit at, along with some cabinets on one side, some drawers on the other, and a refrigerator on the other side. It's going to have some shelving up above, and there's one weird corner that we have to build into, so I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do it, but I'm pretty sure we're just going to do that part on site. On the opposite wall, we're actually using the same walnut, a little bit thinner, to make a floating, extremely modern TV console. So this is going to be just a simple box attached directly to the wall with a couple of like center support dividers. It's going to be really cool. I'm actually excited to do this because I've wanted to do a piece like this for a while, and this was the first customer who actually wanted one. So I hope I can start doing more of these because it's going to be really cool. But right now I've got to get down to the new shop. I'm doing some painting and stuff here to get the doors and drawer faces prepped and ready for this project so they can be painted and cured by the time we're actually installing them, hopefully later this week. So we'll see how quickly this one goes, but since I'm starting on a Monday, my goal is to have it done by Friday. So we'll see. All you Festool purists, don't comment below about what I'm about to do. I'm sorry. My blade is dull. Hush. It is Wednesday, and I'm back here at the shop because I've got a couple of things I need to do. I've got to work on this console, and I've got to fine-tune the tops a little bit. Everything fit yesterday, which is really cool, but I've got to cut them down to size and start getting the polyurethane and everything ready back at my old shop. One of my guys called in sick today, so I am kind of stuck here. We didn't get a lot of the face framing done yesterday, but there's not much more to do on the actual project. The doors and drawers are getting done. Everything is pretty much ready to go. So I'm just kind of filling up the little tedious things here and there that need to be done, like getting this guy finished up. So I'd really rather focus on this walnut and making it absolutely stunningly beautiful. Plus I've got to go run some errands, get some supplies, get some paint, things like that. So my day is a little tedious, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. So for starters, I've got this edge of the walnut console I've got to work on, and this is actually the prettiest corner out of all of them. I'm not blaming Ryobi or Festool, but for some reason, the 45, no matter how many times I measured, how many times I checked the angle, they didn't work out perfectly. I also got these giant gaps. The other problem, as you can see, is that my dominoes made their way through the top edge. That was my fault, I didn't do the math right, but once I blew the first hole through, I thought, okay, measure twice, cut once, change the design to fix the mistake you just made. So now I have these through dominoes sticking all the way through. There's a little bit of extra blowout with the walnut. I did a walnut sawdust and Titebond dark mixture, and that actually worked pretty well, but it's so thick in some places it's kind of gummy, and I just don't want to really spend any more time working on that and trying to fill it in and having sort of an unprofessional look or unprofessional finish to it. So what I am going to do is use my router. I thought about maybe doing like a spline or something, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think what I'm gonna do is just take out this whole corner all the way across. I have a 1/2 inch spiral cut carbide bit, and that's going to allow me to cut a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square out of here. Then I'll rip more 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch walnut and glue it in place. I don't think there's gonna be that much issue with wood movement because it's so small, and we will just kind of go from there, and hopefully it'll work. We'll see. All right, it's been a rough one today, but I got some things accomplished. Check it out. Desktops are in there and they are ready for finish. This one is mostly done. I did go ahead and mix up some epoxy and mix some walnut sawdust into that, so I'm gonna let this cure for about 30 more minutes and then probably sand it down and hopefully get some finish on it. The last thing I've got to work on today is a super extra special beer holder that we added to the project. It's going to have some walnut kind of trim around the outside to make it match the rest of the piece. So I think it's going to be really cool, but I got to finish that and get finish on all of this stuff. And tomorrow we're going to be going right back at it at the client's house. So. Week 2 is starting off pretty early. It's freaking cold out here because Tennessee, and I am getting the doors painted, getting the polyurethane put on, and over at the client's house I've already got the primer coat on, so I'm gonna head over there this morning and try to get some paint on there as well. Hopefully we'll be getting this thing finished up by Wednesday. My goal was to have it done by last Friday, but that didn't really work. But that was my like super early goal, so I'm hoping that by Wednesday that'll still keep us on time. In the meantime, my second carpenter has been working on a side project, and we are going to go start that install today. So once I'm done painting and getting things prepped for this project, there's really not much more for me to do except for wait for paint to dry. So we're gonna head up to Nashville and go ahead and start getting his install done. And instead of letting him just do it on his own and taking a couple days to do it, we're gonna try and just hit it full force, all hands on deck, and get it in as quickly as possible. I'm gonna let him kind of finish up some of the detailing, and then we're gonna start getting it painted, hopefully tomorrow. So lots of painting, lots of just kind of mundane monotony and tedium right now, but that's kind of the way it goes when you're finishing up these projects. And the good news is that means I'll be able to finish up this desk project along with getting the console installed and possibly even getting his finished by midweek, maybe by Friday. So lofty goals, but you know, hey, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Or sometimes your spaceship crashes. I don't know, depends on what kind of week I'm having. And just like that, y'all, I am done. This project turned out super awesome, and I am very, very proud of it. These Walnut desktops look incredible, and it's kind of funny because I have a love-hate relationship with Walnut. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. The splinters kind of suck. Working with it can be hard, and it can be super brittle, but it can also be super awesome. It's a pretty strong, dense hardwood, and I am personally a fan of leaving your sapwood in with the darker walnut, which I did on all of these pieces. So I think it turned out really cool. It gives you a really nice contrast. It's hit or miss with woodworkers whether they like it or not, but the client liked it, and that's what matters. The TV console looked absolutely stunning. I've wanted to do a project like this with this design for a long time, and these clients were the first ones who actually bit, and it looks amazing. Hopefully I'll get more orders for those soon. As we were finishing this project, we went ahead and did the record shelving for another client. That one turned out really great. I was able to give most of that to my second carpenter. It was his job that he brought in. He designed, he did the SketchUp, he did all the dimensions and everything, and I literally just helped him install it. So that was really cool because, just like I've said in previous episodes, it's really nice to be able to just have somebody else doing something else, and this was really cool. This is a really good looking project that turned out really awesome, and somebody else did the majority of the work. It still has to be up to my standard, which is pretty stringent, but he did a good job. It looks amazing. I'm super proud of it. One of the coolest things about this project that I've already gotten a lot of compliments on is the beer fridge and the small drawer on the side. It was super cool because the space that we gave the client for the fridge and the fridge they actually got were like 10 inches off of each other, and it was just enough room that I could add a drawer so that you can store up to 4 more cases of beer or 6-packs or whatever you want to put in there. We put some heavy duty sliders on it and it turned out awesome. So it's a nice little hidden area there for the man cave office, and I think it's pretty great. But enough talking about it, check this thing out. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you haven't found me on Instagram, go ahead and check me out on there. It is at PMK Woodworking. That's where you can find all of the stuff that I'm currently doing, as well as some of the ideas and like when I post videos. A lot of stuff in my stories is more personal, whereas a lot of stuff on the page is more professional. And you get to see things long before the videos actually post. So it's kind of fun, so go give me a follow. I have an Instagram page for makers, and it's not just for woodworkers, it's for makers of all kinds. It's called the Maker's Brag Book, and there's a link down in the description. I want you to click on that and I will approve you. All you have to do is go on there and check out everybody else's awesome stuff, post your own finished projects, and even some finished project videos if you, like me, are making some YouTube content. I would love to see that. Anything you guys make. We've got cosplayers on there, we've got knife makers, we've got a ton of woodworkers. So anything that you make, I would love to see you guys on there. So please check out that group, ask to join, answer the questions, and I will approve you so that we can all talk about how awesome the stuff that everybody is doing is. Check out my Etsy store. It is etsy.com/shop/PMK Woodworking Shop. You can buy plans from some of my previous DIY videos, as well as some that I have coming up, and some things that I haven't even made videos for. Everything you buy there helps support this channel. So I've also got some pens and some cutting boards and things like that. All of that stuff is unique, one of a kind. So when you order it, it is the only one, and it's there, and it's yours, and it's gone forever. So check back at the Etsy store, and then if there's any other plans that you want to see, hit me up in the comments below. I'm more than happy to make some plans for that, put them on the Etsy store, and I may even send them to you for free for the suggestion. Make sure to check out charliepants.com. We wear all of our Charlie pants in our videos. I've got a video that I'm going to link to right here, and you can check that out. It is super fun and super awesome. These pants are so cool. They eliminate the need for a tool belt and all that kind of stuff, but I go over that in the video, so definitely make sure to click on that and check it out. If you go to their website, use the code PMK20 to get 20% off your first purchase, and make sure that you sign up for their rewards program so that you can know when they've got new pants coming out, and the more you buy, the more you'll save. If you happen to want any merch or you really like my dog, check out the Teespring store. You can get some custom artwork that I've done. I'm just getting started doing some merch stuff, and everything is made by me. It's designed by me. It's put up there. So definitely get some of that stuff. Support this channel. That is the only way that I'm supported right now, is by people purchasing things from the Teespring store, the Amazon store, using any of my affiliate links, and interacting with any of the ads that you may or may not see on my videos. So thanks again for watching, y'all. I'm gonna go inside and work on my calendar and try to figure out why I'm 2 months behind schedule. But in the meantime, we'll see you next time. Bye.